So, I guess to get to the point, I'm tense. I'm feeling that pulling.
And yet, you know what to do. Why don't you do it? Because law of attraction adds momentum to the desire part, but law of attraction also adds momentum to the doubt part, or to the reality part. And so it's all about focus, isn't it? So once momentum has gotten underway, it's really not logical that you can do a big turnaround. But you could do it before the momentum gets going in such a strong way. At the beginning of every day, you could do it. So do you have a particular desire that you have particular doubt about, or is it everything? Does everything you want have an equal and corresponding doubt factor? This is an important question. Does everything you want have an equal and corresponding doubt factor?
No.
So tell us something that doesn't have a corresponding doubt factor.
I have a wonderful family.
All right. So do you understand that if you were to focus more upon this subject that has no corresponding doubt factor, that you're trained to get going that away?
I understand that. And
because the only time the engine becomes active is when you've got it active in your vibration. You could have piled up 1 million engines of doubt and 1 million engines of desire. But the only thing that's affecting your momentum one way or the other right now is what's active. So we're talking about I want it but kind of thing going on. I want it but. I want it but. If you would just say I want it because, then these engines wouldn't be active and you'd move toward it and you would feel some elation. And so it's what you're doing in the moment about it is the only thing that matters. Did you hear that? That's an important thing for you to know. You haven't stacked these engines up. No one's keeping score of them. It's only what vibration is active in any moment in time.
I take what you say to heart and I apply it in my life. And I wake up in the morning and I meditate. And then I often write lists of positive aspects about my life or about people or things like that. I spend time at the beach.
Here's the distinction that we want to help you to find. We ask you a very important question. Is there any subject where you don't have a corresponding doubt factor? And you said yes, and there are more than one. And yet, the subject that you spend more time writing positive aspects about are the ones where you do have doubt factors. So do you know what happens when you try to make a list of positive aspects about something where you have corresponding doubt factors? You get tense. In other words, it's like trying to overcompensate for how you really feel. That's why we're asking you to find something that you're not faking about. Find something that you're not trying about. Find something that you just feel good about and focus upon that. And just let that resonate within you for a while until you begin to feel the momentum toward what you are wanting. You've heard us say, but you've never heard it as clearly as you're about to hear it now, given what we just said to you. You could have 5 things that are important in your life, and 4 of them could be going terribly, and 1 of them could be going good. If you would focus upon the one that is going good, you would reduce the resistance factor, and all 5 would begin moving toward what you want. Or you could have 5 things in your experience, 4 of them going really well, 1 of them not going well. Spend all your time talking about the one that is not going well and stand still or move backwards about the things that you want. In other words, it's all about your focus. And we're going to tease you just a little bit. What in the world is so hard about thinking about things that feel good? We know it's a terrible price to pay. But why wouldn't you want to focus upon the thing that feels good? Well, we'll tell you why. It's because you've been trained to believe that it takes effort and hard work and struggle, and unless you're trying really hard, you're not getting anywhere. But this defies the laws of the universe as we know them to be, you see. Just try it. Just pick something that feels good and give it your undivided attention just for a little while. Have any of you newly fallen in love? And you know how that gets your attention. Can hardly think about anything else. Can hardly think about anything else. That's what you want to think about. It's what you think about when you're waking up. It's what you think about when you're going to bed. It's what you want to talk about to everyone. Know what everyone's avoiding you because it's all you ever want to talk about. It's what you want to talk about. It's what you want to think about. It's how you feel. It's how you feel. It's how you feel. And have you noticed that other things in your life begin going better too because you've got your attention off what isn't working and on what feels so good? You all have those things in your life experience that feel better than others, that if you just understood, if you just trusted that more attention to what feels good will cause momentum in the direction of all things that are important to you. And your tenseness will dissipate.
I feel like I'm really trying to do that, but clearly I know I'm not defying the laws of the universe, so maybe I just suck at it. I don't know, but it feels like...
Well, you see, even this conversation doesn't help because you said, I've got this going on. And we said, here's why. And then you keep doing it. You keep wanting to present to us the stuck position that you stand in. I must just suck at this, you said. Well, what engine did you just put on the track? One that helps your desire or one that hinders your desire? And we know, here we are clarifying, but you just can't get around it. You cannot talk about things that you do not want and feel what it feels like to talk about things that you do not want and move toward things that you do want. And you know, you may really like this. You don't have to now, let's just pretend, this isn't even the way that it is with you, but let's pretend that this week you put 5,000 engines of doubt on your track and 4,999 engines of desire. Because you usually want it but. So you got one more doubt engine than you do desire engine. So you're just standing there with sort of equal. And let's say something that is so true, that your inner being is standing over here with all of these engines of desire. And that the energy that creates worlds is focused with you. So can you imagine the power of that momentum? So that has to help you realize that you've conjured up quite a bit of power of momentum going the other way. If you just stop doing that just a little bit. The analogy that we were offering before is the cork bobbing on the surface is where your inner being is and all your desires are, and you can hold it under the water. That's what doubt is. That's what negative emotion is. But when you let go, it will bob back up. So this is a similar analogy that we're offering. If you would stop doing that thing you do that doesn't make you feel good, off you'd go toward everything that you want. So what makes you do that? You want to be realistic. You want to be objective. You want to be real in the world. You don't want to pretend that good things are coming even though they haven't come. What is it? What makes you choose a thought that feels bad over a thought that feels good? Why would you do that? Well, it's momentum, but when you wake up, that momentum is sort of equal. So there must be a belief system. There must be a belief within you that goes something like, I'm supposed to pay some sort of a price. I'm supposed to offer effort. And that would sort of be like getting in your vehicle to go somewhere and then feeling guilty that you're sitting in those leather seats in all that air-conditioned comfort when the engine is out there working so hard. So you decide that you'll just get under the hood and pull some belts and shove some pistons around for a little while in order to justify the smooth ride that you're about to take. You understand that you can just be in the driver's seat relative to so many things. You live in such an automated world. You have so many things at your fingertips. And we're offering to you here the ultimate at your fingertip way to control your life experience. It's through thoughts that feel good, period. Because you did all the work. Step one caused you to make all the decisions about what you want, and oh boy, did you decide. You have enough decisions in your vortex to keep yourself busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. And source energy is answered and is there, and law of attraction is responding. In other words, the natural momentum of what you want is so underway, and all you got to do is just trust that. All you got to do is stop trying to prove your worthiness, or stop comparing yourself to others, or stop believing that you have to work hard in order to earn it. All you have to do is just say, oh, I ask and it's been given. Well, won't that be nice? And won't that be nice? And I'm really going to enjoy that when that comes. And isn't it fun getting more clarity about that? And, ooh, I really like the way this is unfolding. And, oh, look how that turned out. And look how things are always working out for me. And look how much harmony I have in my life experience. And look at all the comfort that I've been experiencing this day and yesterday. And look how it feels now. And isn't this wonderful? And, ooh, doesn't this taste good? And isn't this a nice room that has been set aside just for all of us? And every now is so full of so much potential for just being in your natural state of thankful reception. That's all it takes. Just be more often in a state of thankful reception and let your vortex be inspired to you. It's inspired all the time. Esther sat there knowing that she was not where she wanted to be once she got that phone call. She felt worry about what she was going to do with all of you. And she felt frustration bordering on anger, moving into revenge about how something like that could happen. But as she had those feelings, but you see, what she had going for her relative to this is that all of these years of successful outcomes was momentum that was so much stronger than this. This was a little shock to the system, but the momentum of this was so much stronger that it didn't take her down. It didn't even take her off kilter because she didn't really deviate too far from the receptive mode. Ideas began to flow. Not ideas that might work, ideas that did work, ideas that would work. And then she was thrilled. She got to watch her staff jump into inspired action that just made her heart sing as this one's doing this and this one's doing this and this one's doing this. In other words, it was 3:30 in the afternoon, some of them leaving at 3:30, some of them leaving at 4:30, some of them leaving at 5:30, and everyone knew what to do and jumped right into doing it. It was a more exciting, glorious, satisfying experience for Esther than if everything had just gone along according to plan. You see what we're getting at? Everything you want is lined up for you. And the cooperative components are already there, ready to assist you, both in non-physical and physical form. You just have to chill out. So that's what you said. You said, Abraham, I think I'm tense. And we say, chill out. And you say, good advice, but I'm tense. We say, well, just chill out. Ooh, good advice, but I'm tense. What do I do about my tension? Sleep more. Sleep more. Please yourself more. Stop believing that your success, here it is, revolves around your action. It doesn't. Your success revolves around your focus. Your success revolves only around your focus. Your joyful focus, period. Your joyful focus. So you want to keep the worry down, keep the positive expectation up, but you don't want to fake it. You want to find those things that you feel that good about already. Do you have a dog?
No.